thoughts again. So I'm
Okay.
starting with the welcome to Untamed Thoughts.
Yes.
Okay. It looks like the Untamed Thoughts. Hey, Jacqueline.
Hey, Brandy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How was your week?
It was pretty good. It was busy, but we're in beautiful Sunday, and I get to record and see your pretty face. So it's good. How was your week?
I had a pretty good week. I had an interesting thing happen that I wanted to share with you real quick.
All right.
So a little bit of a backstory. When I was a kid, I had lots and lots of ear infections, and I had a hole in each of my eardrums that I had lots of surgeries on and whatever. This was pre-Jacqueline needing time.
Mm-hmm.
My last surgery was like 6th grade. So I'm really good at being able to tell when I have an ear infection, right? So I started getting this sensation in my ear, and it felt like kind of like my heartbeat in my ear, and I could hear it like whop, 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 whop. It's strange. So I thought, okay, here it comes. I'm getting an ear infection. I already know 100% of the time when I say that, I'm right. So I go to the doctor. I didn't have
You had a bug. You had a bug in your ear.
I wish it were that. Nothing. He said, there's nothing wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong. I'm like, but here's the weirdest part. So when I was inside the house, I could hear it loud and clear, driving me insane, right? The minute I walked outside onto my back porch, silence.
Huh.
Strangest thing ever. When I was outside, it was fine. When I was inside, crazy.
What?
But he said there was nothing. He said, it's just sinuses. You need to do Flonase.
So you only have sinuses inside your house?
I guess. How does that make even any sense? I have no idea.
Is it still happening?
No. It's gone. I did Zyrtec for 2 days at night, and now it's gone. I take that back. Every once in a while, I'll hear it, but then it just disappears.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It's weird, but like my brain or ears or what, my body?
I guess.
I don't know. Strange, but I had to tell you that because I thought it was weird, and I wanted to see if that had ever happened to you.
No.
Just me.
No,
Has it happened to any of you?
Oh, but I do randomly pass out.
That's weird, and nobody knows why.
Mm-mm. Well, they think it's hypoglycemia, but I'll be fine, and then I'll be sense. Yeah. And at first they were like, "Oh, you get up too fast," but no, I can be standing at the sink for 5 minutes washing dishes, and then I get dizzy and I'm on the floor.
Let's hope you don't do that while you're driving.
Nope, haven't done it while I'm driving. I think it's because I'm sitting. It only happens when I'm standing.
That's strange.
It's a little bit strange.
I wonder if it is hypoglycemia.
It might be. I mean, and plus it's been happening a little frequently, but I went to the doctor this week because I have to go see a specialist.
Well, I hope they get you into that specialist soon because I know you've been having some issues. So let's cross our fingers that happens quickly.
I mean, I don't want it to happen too quickly.
Well, no, but you need to get better. So
I know. I'm probably going to have to never eat bread again. Good bread.
That would make me really sad. I'll eat all the bread for you.
That's better for you. That does nothing for me.
Okay, well, sorry. I love you. I don't know what else to say.
That works. I love you too. I know. I was like, I get a little bitchy. The only thing I've had today is almonds.
That's not very, I mean, it's sort of nutritious, but that's not enough nutrition.
No, I'm going to have to figure out something for dinner.
Yeah, I think you might need to try some sort of protein because protein's good for you and it can keep you going.
I have some gluten-free protein shake, so I'll have some of that. Maybe a salad for dinner.
There you go. That might work.
So
I have a confession.
Oh, good.
Before we came on, I really love the smell of lemongrass, right?
Okay.
So I have my lemongrass essential oil.
Okay.
And I don't have a diffuser. I like to just put it directly on my skin, but I don't have a carrier oil here in my office, which if you know anything about essential oils, you have to mix them with a carrier oil. So I have my trusty One Drop Wonder sitting here from Lime Life. And I thought, that's an oil. I'm going to use that as a carrier oil. Well, my ding dong mixed it on my finger instead of like in the palm of my hand, and then panicked because it started to run everywhere when they mixed. And instead of going on my chest or like behind my ears, I went straight to here, let's highlight with it.
Why?
I don't know. I panicked. I don't know why I did that. Don't do that. It burned my face. My eyes were watering. I mean, it's like lemon. Why would you put that close to your eyes? I have no idea. How
are you feeling now?
I'm perfectly fine now. I added some additional One Drop Wonder, and it kind of took the temptation away.
Diffused?
Yeah.
That's good.
Lord have mercy. But I just, heads up, don't do that. Don't mix essential oil and then put them directly on your face, especially not anything with lemon.
No, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
No. And I know better. That's really, Brandy. But that's what happens when I panic. I do dumb shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Why were you? Oh, you were panicking because it was
the oil was running. I was gonna lose it, and One Drop Wonder is like gold, so I can't lose it. It had to go everywhere.
Just all over your face.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. That would have been really bad.
That would have been awful. We would not
my whole face burning. No,
that would have been awful. All right, so we're in our second episode. Still working out the format a little bit, right?
That's okay. We'll get there. I mean,
yeah. Any fun memories pop in?
You know what? I don't know that I can think of any. Let me see. Why am I brain dead? There can't be like dead air. I need to talk about something, but I can't think. Can you think of something?
Well, since our last conversation and how we became friends going into high school, it made me start thinking about high school. And I've been doing a lot of self-reflection as well. You know, because with Anne-Brie, I'm doing interviews. So and I want to ask different questions to the people that I interview.
Right.
So, and it's a lot of introspective. So I've been in an introspective state of mind.
Yeah. I can see that.
And so I've been thinking a lot about how much I've grown from around 10th grade to now.
Haven't we all? I hope.
I mean, I haven't talked to everybody from high school, but I'm guessing we've all grown.
I should hope. I should certainly hope so. I mean,
how have you grown?
What life is about. I'm much more calm and much more self-aware and self-confident now than I was then.
Why?
Because I chose to leave that person behind on purpose. I don't feel like I was my best self in high school. I don't feel like
any of us.
I was just getting ready to say that I don't feel like anybody is their best self because you don't know who you are in high school. I mean, let's get real. Your hormones are brand new. You're dating and emotional and hormonal and stupid, but you think you're the smartest person on the planet and you're not.
Well,
so I think as I grew,
I don't think I was the smartest. I am coming into a bit of self-realization.
Yeah.
Like I've told you before, I know that we ran in a crew.
Yeah.
But I didn't, and this is not meant to hurt anyone's feeling. It's nothing that any of you did, but I never felt I was a part of it.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that you took on for yourself. That was how you felt, not how anybody else necessarily made you feel.
Well, in my younger years, I always felt like everyone could take me or leave me. I wasn't necessarily impactful to anyone. I wasn't necessarily important. I could have disappeared one day, and there might be a blip in y'all's noticing, but not.
See, and I feel the opposite now. I feel like back then I felt like everybody needed me and wanted me around, and I was confident in an egotistical manner back then, to where I thought I was an important person in every one of our friends' lives in one way or another, and that if I disappeared, they would be devastated. Now, looking back, I realized that that was the most ridiculous thought I could have ever had, and that's not true about myself. So we're on the opposite end of the spectrum. That's interesting.
I would have been devastated.
I would hope. I mean, I thought you would be, so I hope you would. I was devastated when you disappeared.
I did. I disappeared for 10 years.
Yeah, and that was not fun.
And it was about I think it was our 11th grade year that we weren't running together as much as we did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for different reasons. It wasn't because we got into a fight.
No, we just kind of grew apart a little bit, and we're doing different things in our lives and had different paths at that moment.
Yeah.
But we still came back. We were still.
No, yeah. And we would hang out. It just wasn't every weekend.
Yeah.
It was.
Literally, there were, I think, 2 or 3 years there where we lived at each other's houses.
Pretty much.
I mean, if I wasn't at your house, you were at mine, and vice versa. Weekday didn't make a difference.
Not at all. And we used to go not camping. We used to go hiking in the forest in your neighborhood, thinking we could walk.
That's so funny.
Next to the creek, thinking we could walk to another town. We were always trying to run away.
I was just getting ready to say, I think we were trying to get out of our own world, because neither one of our worlds were perfect. And nobody's is.
No, but I ended up getting out of my world.
You did. I mean, I sort of did the same thing, but I never left. Well, I did leave Conroe, but then I came right back. I was only gone for a year, sort of, and I was only a town away. So does that really even count? Actually,
it counts.
Yeah, that is true. I left for a year. I came back, and then I left for 7 years. No, I left for 11 years and then 12 years and then came back to the same house.
To the same exact. And I think your separation and growth was more mental. Mine had to be physical. I had to physically roll out.
Yeah.
And experience different things. And I went on a 15-year personal trek to find out who I was. And finally,
did you find it?
Yeah. I'm a pretty cool person. Come to find out.
You are. I've known that for a long time.
I didn't know. And nobody could tell me. See, a lot of people will fish. Yeah, but a lot of people will fish. They'll say something like that, and they're like, "Oh, you're fishing." I'm really not fishing. I don't believe, even now, compliments. I'm like, "What's your angle?"
No, I had to learn to take compliments early. That wasn't something that I grew up with a lot of. Compliments weren't thrown around like water around my house.
Mm-mm.
But I think about the time I turned 20 is when I met John. And that's kind of when I had this exuded confidence that I came across, that I don't need you. I don't care. I don't like you. I was so rude and in your face about the fact that I know I got this. I don't need nothing. But I was looking for someone to confirm it for me. Does that make sense?
You were looking for someone to confirm your independence?
No, to confirm that that I didn't need love, that I was, or that I, no, not that I was worthy of love.
Ah.
So I was doing the opposite thing, thinking that I was creating the chase, and I was pushing them away left and right. And but at the same time, once I kind of hooked them, I like reeled them in really fast. So I feel like I don't know that this is 100% true. You'd have to talk to them, and I don't want to.
I don't want to. Let's not bring them. Let's not hear their side of the story.
Right. I feel like when I was in a relationship, I was in it, and I felt like it was for the long haul, and this is going to be lifelong. And okay, so I did the same exact thing with John. I met him at work. We went out a few times, and about a month later, I moved in, and that was 19 years ago.
You moved in with him?
Yeah.
A month later? So what made your relationship with John work?
Honesty. I found comfort in him that I've never I was so incredibly comfortable with him. I felt like I knew him forever. Almost immediately. It was really weird, and I never told him that until much later. But I felt like I could tell him anything without judgment, and that he wouldn't run out and tell anybody or make fun of me or whatever. I just felt comfortable. So I unloaded on him all of my garbage from
how did he take
the
that?
very, very beginning. I'm sure it was extremely overwhelming, but he has his own baggage too. So we kind of just told each other our stuff, and we're non-judgmental and empathetic to each other, and it works for us. And I knew pretty early on that he was going to be a lifelong partner for me, because we were comfortable with each other. He's listening. We were comfortable. We just worked. We had similar interests, but separate interests at the same time.
And now y'all have been married
We've been actually legally married for 10 years this year, but total lived together as a married couple, 19.
That's a long time.
It's a long time, and it blows my mind. I've now lived with John longer than I lived with my parents by 2 years. That's a really weird thing to say.
That is a weird thing to say.
And especially to say it from sitting in the same house I grew up in. That makes it a little bit more weird.
Yeah, it kind of looks like you kicked out your parents and moved John in. Oh, is that what?
Sort of. And then redid the whole house. Thanks, Harvey.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. What about you? What do you think for yourself? What do you think is the criteria, or what do you think you're lacking?
I don't think I'm lacking anything. Come to find out, I got into relationships thinking that's what I was supposed to do. I thought you're supposed to find someone to grow old with and share your life with. And I gave it the good old college try several times. I guess I could be a poor woman's Elizabeth Taylor. I've gotten proposals.
What's held you back from doing it?
Well, back then I didn't know. I didn't know what was holding me back. I knew in not all, but several of my relationships, it wasn't a mutual give and take. I was giving.
Yeah.
I was serving a purpose for them, whether that was whatever it was. I'm not going to get into that, but I was serving a purpose for them. And once that purpose was done, whether it had been helping them build a home or helping them with their business, I helped a lot of people with their business. Like I don't know, dating me for free advice, I guess. I don't know. I think they genuinely thought I was an interesting person, but once that purpose was fulfilled, I mean, at least, and I can respect honesty. So by no means was my heart breaking when they would, tell me these things, but
it hurts. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Yes, it should hurt. When someone looks at you and says, I can't see myself spending the rest of my life with you. I've decided I'm not really in love with you. I found someone else. You should cry. You should eat
have a negative reaction.
A shit ton of ice cream. But I never did.
Well, then that's proof that you made the right choice by not doing
it. Yes. But at the time, I thought I was broken. I thought that maybe I'm emotionally stunted, that I should be sad.
Maybe you weren't the one that was broken?
No, I wasn't broken at all, come to find out. Over the last couple of years, and more recently, I believe so much so that everyone is built a certain way.
Agreed.
I'm not saying that we can't change as people. We absolutely
can. Over time.
Yeah, we absolutely evolve. We absolutely grow. But once you realize that you're growing, that you can evolve, that you can learn different things, and you kind of let yourself off the hook about what you think you're supposed to do, and more of what is it about me that I like? What is it about me that I don't like? You start getting in touch with who you are. And when I was going through that, I found out who I was in the romance relationship department. And I don't think I'm built for a relationship.
And I mean, that's entirely possible. Not everybody is.
And when I say that, everybody's like, no, you just haven't found the one. You're going to find someone that understands you. And that might happen. I'm not closing the door.
That might actually happen.
I'm not closing the door. But what's immediately followed by that is, aw, don't be sad, or, don't give up. Like, it's something of a pep talk. And I have to go, whoa, time out.
I'm good.
I'm good. I love the fact that you're happy and in a relationship and you found your someone, and I might find my someone down the road. I'm not closed off to that, but guess what? I'm enjoying this. Yeah. I'm enjoying being single, because guess what did not happen in my house this week?
Yeah, you didn't have to clean up anybody else's stuff.
I didn't have to get into a conversation or an argument about anything. I didn't have to discuss any feelings that one or both of us might be having.
Right.
If I felt like coming home and I had a rough day and I sat on the couch and I didn't feel like doing anything else, I didn't have to explain it to anyone. I get to... Yeah.
There are pluses and minuses to everything.
There are pluses and minuses to everything.
I tell people that when they ask me about why I don't have any kids, and they react in similar ways. Oh, don't give up. It's not too late for you. And I'm like, hey, whoa, I have made peace with that. I'm good. I enjoy my nieces and nephews, and I enjoy just as much that they go home with their parents and I get my own time.
And you had to go through your own realization journey of
That's a
acceptance with
whole
that.
other episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Yeah.
it's a process, and it took me about, gosh, it was a long time. I don't even know that I could put a number on it, because I'm still some days coming to terms with it, because it's still a difficult thing to hear me say that I'll never have children.
Yeah. That is difficult.
Yeah, it is.
But you're Aunt B.
Oh, and I love every single moment of it. Those kids are rotten, and I'm teaching them all the time.
I love it. I'm enjoying. So I said to myself, I've been busy the last month, and I need a weekend. And so one of the things that I enjoy is I have a 17-year-old, and I'm enjoying getting to spend all of my time with him and all of my focus on him. And when I feel like I want a weekend getaway and he's busy or he's at dad's, I can just pick up and go. Yeah, I don't have to coordinate any other schedules.
Exactly. Except mine.
Except yours. Except yours. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. And honestly, I don't know. Well, if you listen to my interview this morning with Naja, or post interview.
Yeah, I didn't see all of it, but I saw most of it.
One of the viewers asked me a question about, being a woman veteran, and it led into the question about I am, how I can lean into my femininity a little bit and get soft or softer. And soft is not a bad word.
No.
But I'm just now leaning into the girl.
Learning how to get back to that.
Mm-hmm. Of self-care and all of that. And I think
because you definitely had that in high school. We both had that in high school.
I didn't have it as much as you. You were always definitely
I'm a girl's girl, but I'm also a guy's girl.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I do them both very well.
And I don't know if I did either one very well. I was just introverted. I wasn't in anything, girl.
See, you were never introverted with me.
No, not with you.
Mm-mm. So I didn't always see that, because you didn't show that to me.
Mm-mm.
And I feel like you did both well.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice. I didn't know if I did or not, but I do know that as I become more comfortable with who I am, I can do a little bit. Everything changes.
Yeah.
Everything changes. And I think that has a lot to do with getting older. We get comfortable in our own skin.
I agree. A lot of people, we're fixing to be that big number. I don't know if you want me to say it or not. I'm comfortable with it. We're going to be 40
I'm perfectly comfortable. I'm going to be 39 in a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to be 39 in July. She'll be 39 in a few weeks. And then 40 is right after that. And honestly, I even told, I think it was my mom the other day, I wish 40 was this year. I'm ready for it. I cannot wait. My 30s were a discovery time. They were not amazing for me. There was a lot of trials and tribulations in my 30s. I went through some super awful things. A lot of heartache, a lot of coming to terms with things that I didn't want to, that I never thought I would have to. And so 40, I know what I want out of life now. I feel like I know what my purpose is at this point in life, and I'm ready to see where that's going to take me, because I know that it means big, big things for me. And I'm ready to do the damn thing already.
Oh yeah, we already are. And you know what's even more just evident to me now is we've been doing the damn thing. Yeah. We have been. Our entire lives we've been moving towards this, because I do believe we've always been I know I've always been looking for the next step. I've always looked at how I can do something better, or how I can make something of myself. So
Right.
I think we've always been doing the damn thing. But I do see that we're also running out of time. And so are you ready to get to our weird story segment?
Yes, I'm ready. This actually
Okay,
leads directly into mine.
Mine too. So you went first. You went first last time. I'm going to go first this time. So
go.
Right now I'm as I said, in a place like I'm cool that I might die alone and never find my soulmate.
Right.
But there might be hope for me yet.
I just spit like a lady again. Sorry.
John must love you. Anyway, so I don't even have to find a person, Brandy. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman.
That's amazing. You're going to get a robot?
Because guess what? No, but that is happening. Oh, I found it. It's happening. No. Some guy just married his doll. Not going to talk. Let me tell my story. Okay. Woman marries, allthat'sinteresting.com. And it doesn't tell me the author, but all of this goes to allthat'sinteresting.com, and they pulled this off of Newsweek. So, woman marries 300-year-old pirate ghost.
I'm sorry. What?
So, I could marry a 300-year-old Viking ghost, because that would be cool. Okay, an Irish woman.
It's going to be a biker ghost, but anyway.
Viking.
No, I'm putting it out there. It's going to be a biker ghost.
Viking. So an Irish woman made weird news history this year. She revealed that she had married the ghost of a 300-year-old Haitian pirate. She was 45 years old. Her name's Amanda Teague. She was 45 years old. And she said she's completely unbothered by the 255-year age difference.
I have questions.
So she married Jack Teague. So she took her last name. She married Jack Teague. He had sailed the seven seas in the early 1700s. And ironically, Mrs. Teague, now Mrs. Teague, works as a Captain Jack Sparrow impersonator in Ireland.
Of course she does.
But there is a how they met story. So they first met in 2015 when Teague was lying in bed at her home in Drogheda, Ireland. She said she felt a ghostly presence in her room and continued to do so almost every night after. 6 months after the first feeling, the ghost presence, she developed feelings for him. Together they made plans to wed. The wedding took place on a stormy day on the seas in July of 2016. It was short, small, and functional, and they even had a registrar who recorded the marriage.
How?
And that's a very good question. The registrar was also a medium who Jack was communicating through. They sailed into international waters so they could legally marry. It's not legal in the UK or Ireland to marry a deceased person. I'm not sure if it's legal anywhere.
Wow. Apparently it is because it happened. So what international waters did they sail into?
Well, even though the marriage isn't expressly recognized by law, she did get some lawyers and they found some loopholes that they don't list here, but there was something that they could bypass certain rules, and she hasn't been challenged yet. Now, she claims that their relationship is no different. This is where I start thinking I don't even want to marry a ghost. Their relationship is no different than any normal one, as they both fight when jealous, argue about responsibility, and take weekend vacations to Dublin together.
Responsibilities? What the hell is he supposed to do? He's dead.
Can he take out the trash? I don't think he can. He's not leaving dirty towels or drawers on the floor, so I don't know.
So many questions that I don't think are going to be answered.
Nope, but she does have a very pretty wedding dress. Yeah. So that was my weird story. I can marry a ghost if it doesn't work out with.
I'm not going to let you marry a ghost. That's weird.
And I'm showing we've got 4 minutes remaining.
What's my gosh, story? That was really quick, girlfriend. Okay, so mine goes back to the whole age thing and being comfortable in your age. South Korean babies, by the way, this is from the Associated Press, and it was reported by Hwang Jin Kim. I don't know.
That was very good. You did good.
Close enough. South Korean babies born December 31st become 2-year-olds the next day.
Like right after they're born?
So like, yeah, at midnight on the 1st, they become 2, because there is a, where did it go? I have so much printed out here. According to one of the world's most unusual age calculating systems, South Korean babies become 1 on the day of their birth and get an additional year tacked on when the calendar hits January 1st. But a lawmaker is working to now overturn the centuries-old tradition amid complaints, and that it's an anachronistic, time-wasting custom that drags down an otherwise ultra-modern country.
That's a lot of big words.
Yeah, it was. It was a mouthful.
But man,
I mean, this kind of goes to, okay, so in the U.S., women take their age 2 years backwards, and in Korea, they're going forwards. I kind of enjoy.
Not by choice. Not by
choice. No. I don't know how I feel about this. There might need to be another conversation after this about this.
I think so.
Because I'm intrigued.
Because if I could, I would say that I was 45 right now.
Right. I mean, not only does that make you look younger because you are younger, but like, I don't know, that's pretty amazing that these people have no qualms about being 2 years older, yet we're over here doing the exact opposite.
And looking for the fountain of youth still.
And let me tell you that Korea, I am obsessed with their beauty regimens. Their skincare is like #1, and they have so many steps and so many things that they do, and they look amazing, and they live long lives.
Well, you do know that I lived in a tent in South Korea for 3 months.
I did not know that.
I did, and that's a story for next week.
Next week.
Because so many things happened to me while I was there.
Okay, we're going to explore that next week then, for sure. We totally did not get to what we said we were going to talk about last week this week, but that's okay. I feel like we still rocked it this week.
We did.
Okay, girlfriend, are we done?
We're done.
Okay.
Go have dinner with your lovey man. I'm going to go find me a ghost to break some bread with.
Be careful and ask for it in the white light.
Good advice. We'll talk about my pick.
Yeah, we will.
All right, girl.
Search and find one myself for you.
Love you, girl. Have a good one.
Love you too. See you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.